What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. You know how we do it, so let's get into it. And welcome to another edition of Jay Topics. Okay, first of all, I would like to say condolences are in order for legendary icon Miss Janet Dubois. As you all will know by now, we lost Janet Dubois in the earlier part of this week. She died at the age of 74. She died peacefully in her sleep. And y'all, look, y'all already know how I feel about Good Times. I've said it many, many times before on this channel. I love Good Times. Good Times is probably, I would dare to say probably my most favorite sitcom out of all sitcoms ever. I love all of those characters. And Janet Dubois just stood out like the star that she was. But what I love about Janet Dubois, she was so much more than just Willona from Good Times. I mean, Janet Dubois was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she had been in the industry for about 50 years. 50 years, you know, and she was a triple threat. She was a triple threat. She was an actress, she was a singer, and she was a songwriter. A lot of people don't know that Janet Dubois actually co-wrote and sang the theme song from the Jeffersons, you know, Moving On Up, you know. So Janet she was just so fierce and so dynamic in everything that she did. She started off in Broadway. She's been in many, many movies over the years, you know, like I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. Remember that, you know, when she beat up Keenan Ivory Wayans, you know, for being too soft and being a punk, you know. And I mean, she's had guest spots on many, many shows over the years. Janet has done so much in the industry. And she really was very instrumental in shaping and molding that famous character that she played, you know, Willona, you know. From the fashion, Willona, she was very stylish and very, you know, she was sassy and she had all of the latest tea and all the latest gossip in the projects, you know, and we all remember her entrances, you know, she would always come through the door, you know, like this bright shining light with all these different outfits or whatever, which I always found so interesting how super duper clean she was working down at that boutique, yet living in the projects. But I mean, I just love Janet Dubois and I'm really, really gonna miss her. You know, I mean, I know I never got a chance to meet her or speak to her, but I just feel like I like a family. I'm losing a family member. So, you know, shout out to Janet Dubois. My condolences and sympathies go out to her family and her friends and everyone that was close to her. Janet Dubois, thank you so much for all of your contributions to the entertainment industry. Thank you so much for all of your contributions to our culture in shaping and putting forth only positive images of African Americans, particularly African American women. She did so much for the industry. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you, Miss Janet Dubois. Rest in peace. Okay, next I want to talk about Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams. Y'all, what is going on with Wendy Williams? I mean, like, seriously. I mean, she has been in the blogs week after week after week. I mean, she's been in the blogs, she's been in the news. It's like every other day she is saying something incredibly stupid on her show. Which makes me wonder, is she coming up with this stuff off the cuff? Or does she have writers? And if she does have a writing team, she needs to fire all of them. But something tells me she's not doing this because of writers. All of this stuff is actually coming from Wendy. You know, so if you guys don't know, the latest gaffe that she's made is about comedian Drew Carey's ex-girlfriend, Amy Hardwick. Apparently, Amy Hardwick, she was pushed off a balcony and fell to her death. So during the course of Wendy's, you know, Hot Topics segment, she makes a joke. And the joke basically was like, you know, the woman was standing in her balcony and she was pushed, and someone said, "Come on down." It was kind of it was just crude and tasteless, and even it was so bad. Even her audience, they even got nervous about the joke, and I was like, "Wow, really, Wendy?" And you guys already know this is coming off of her being in hot water last week, attacking the gay community. She talked about a thing called Galentine's Day, where basically it's where single women get together on Valentine's Day, and they go out and have a girls' night out and do girl stuff, and then they go home and call it an evening. So apparently, she asked if any of her audience members were going to participate in Galentine's Day. And she looked around and everyone was clapping, and she singled out this one guy and said, "Sir, this is not about you. You gay men will never have a menstrual cycle every month, and stay out of our dresses and heels. And you gay men will never be the woman that we are." Look, Wendy Williams has every right to her opinion. I believe all people do. You have a right to your opinion. But I just remember watching that and thinking, like, how stupid are you to alienate such a specific portion of your audience? Now, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that over 50% of Wendy Williams' audience is gay. That's a huge number. She has a gay stylist. She has a gay wig person. She hangs out with gay people. And most of her audience members are gay people. She steals gay phrases and, how you doing and all of this kind of stuff. She even goes to gay clubs, if I'm not mistaken. And I just remember just going like, wow, you are really, really dumb. How stupid are you? And of course, the day after, I guess her people got on her real quick, because the backlash was swift and furious. Swift and furious. And she got on the next day in her robe, in a pre-taped apology. She's crying and, saying how she didn't mean to offend anyone. And like I said, she can apologize all she wants, but in my opinion, Wendy Williams really meant that. Because y'all, if you've seen that clip, it was weird, because in the beginning, she started off, it was kind of funny, and it really was kind of funny because, she's like, ha ha ha. But then it got really, really serious, and it got awkward. And then she tried to lighten it up in the end, but it was just a big old mess. And then, and remember the week before that, she got in trouble because she teased, I forget the name of that actor that played the Joker in that hit movie, The Joker. She teased him for having a cleft lip or something, and she mocked, people that have, cleft lips and everything. It's like, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with Wendy Williams. It's like she's never been in the press this much saying stupid stuff. Now, granted, in the past, she's definitely said dumb things, like her whole ignorant comments about HBCUs. I remember that. And Roland Martin had to get her together. But it's like, every week, it's like she's always in the news and in the press. And she's having people like me and other bloggers talk about her. It's really weird, So I have no idea what's going on with Wendy Williams, but I'm telling you right now, Wendy Williams team, if you're watching this video right now, and of course, why wouldn't you? But anyway, if you're watching this team, please get your girl together, because she's tripping. Like she is really becoming a liability to her own show and to her brand. You just can't continue to say stupid stuff, because you're going to cost people their jobs, you're going to cost the show sponsors, and ultimately the show will get canceled. So, Wendy Williams, get it together. Wendy Williams team, get your girl together. All right? Okay. Just stupid. But anyway, so next I want to talk about the Harriet Tubman debit card. Y'all see this mess? Look at this ridiculous crap right here. Y'all, this has got to be, in my opinion, one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I cannot believe they have Harriet Tubman doing the Wakanda symbol. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that this is a black-owned bank, which makes it even worse. I'm like, what in the hell were you all thinking? Why would you ever think something like this would be cool to do? First of all, let's be very clear. Don't get me wrong. I love the movie Black Panther. You know, I saw it twice. But Wakanda is not even a real place. So why would you have Harriet Tubman doing a Wakanda sign to a fictional city in Africa? As a matter of fact, the name of the bank is called One United Bank. I'm like, who made the decision? Who, okayed this idea? You know, because things like this don't just happen and they just put it out there. Someone has to actually okay this. And I'm just trying to figure out who is the marketing team that sat around that desk, came up with that idea, and who was the final decision maker that saw that and said, oh yeah, oh great idea. Let's print up a bunch of Harriet Tubman debit cards. This would be real cool. It was just stupid. And not only was it stupid, personally, as an African American, I was offended by it. I thought it was dumb. You know, it was like it didn't make any sense. It was just stupid. Yeah. Have you guys seen that? Have you seen it yet? And apparently, from what I've read, they are pushing forward with this. They really are going to release that crap. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do y'all want a Harriet Tubman Wakanda Forever debit card? Is that what y'all want? Just stupidity. Well, since we're on the subject of stupidity, let's talk about rapper Lil Boosie. Now, I'm just going to touch on this for 2 seconds, then I'm getting off of it and I'll be done. As you guys know, this whole thing with Wayne Wade's daughter, Zaya, if I'm not mistaken, it's just an ongoing conversation, you know, and I have no problems with it. You know, here at Jay's World TV, I have no problems with difficult conversations, because I really do feel, even though these conversations are difficult, they are necessary. And as long as we keep it respectful, let's have a conversation. I'm all about a real conversation. But Lil Boosie, I'm sorry, it's just flat out ignorant. You know, he goes to Instagram and makes this video about, oh, Dwayne Wade, you tripping, man. See, man, you tripping. Oh, don't cut his private parts off. Don't cut his thing off. What you gonna cut his thing off for? He might meet a girl. He don't even know. 12-year-olds don't even know where their next meal coming from. Man, just don't cut his thing off. Please don't cut his thing off. Lil Boosie, shut up. First of all, Dwayne Wade, to my knowledge, has never ever mentioned anything about gender reassignment surgery for his daughter, Zeta. Okay, so, or Zaya, pardon me, I forget the name. So, what are you talking about, Lil Boosie? This is just about Zion making the transformation over, you know, just wanting to identify him/herself as a female. You know, she's still a kid, still developing. This man did not say he's going to have that Zion's thing cut off, as you put it. Just being ridiculous and ignorant. Just make sure you don't wear any more Kappa t-shirts. Just make sure you stay out of jail. Do that, Lil Boosie. And y'all, please stop following Lil Boosie. Please stop listening to that garbage. I'm reading some stuff up and down my timeline on social media, and I'm looking at other videos where people are actually listening to Lil Boosie. Do y'all really think that Dwayne Wade would allow his son to have gender reassignment surgery to have his thing cut off? That man never mentioned that. And here's my thing, and I'm just going to end it with this. I know this is a very sensitive subject. I know a lot of you that are watching this don't agree with me, and that's fine. We don't have to agree with each other, but people have a right to their own opinions. Okay, everyone has a right to their opinion. However, you do not have a right to your own set of facts, because at the end of the day, we can have our opinions, but none of us really know what's going on behind closed doors in the Wade household. And to my knowledge, Dwayne Wade is not going to have gender reassignment surgery for his daughter. So Lil Boosie, shut up. Lil Boosie, stop it. You're being ridiculous and you're being stupid. And y'all stop following that foolishness. Do your own research, okay? All right. Well, that's it. That's all I got, y'all. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. What are you waiting on? You're already over here. And after you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell icon. Because when you hit that bell icon, YouTube will send you notifications of all of my latest videos, and you too can be down with the notification squad. That's it, guys. That's all I got, and I'll holler at you later. Peace.